Last German emperor, maternally related to Queen Victoria and British from his mother's side, whereas related to Wilhelm I and fully German from his father's side. From a young age, he had a deficiency in his left arm, which was caused at birth when a nerve was snapped in his left arm. He grew up tutored at home before attending the University of Bonn as an adult. At the age of 21, his grandfather Kaiser Wilhelm I appointed him a lieutenant in the 1st Regiment of Foot Guards. Here he really enjoyed his time in the military and created many of his ideas that would last into adulthood. In the Guards, I really found my family, my friends, my interests, everything of which I had up to that time had to do without, says the Kaiser. Another important thing to note is Otto von Bismarck, the Iron Chancellor. This person unified 39 states of Germany, creating the German Reich between 1871 and 1918. And he influenced a hatred of non-Germans into the Kaiser Wilhelm II. And basically, it's evident as his mother was a Brit, and this deteriorated their relationship significantly. He actually had many arguments with her and despised her a lot for her British counterparts and overseas, even though he loved his grandmother Queen Victoria. Here is a quote from an outburst he had in 1889 from the Kaiser. An English doctor killed my father, and an English doctor crippled my arm, which is the fault of my mother. And he yelled that out loud in 1889 to his mum. Moving on, the Archduke, when he ascended to the throne in 1888 on June the 15th, he spent a lot of money on building the German armed forces, in particular the Navy. He developed new funding for public art and science developments as he wanted to increase the spending for German armed forces and developments in war machinery. He also wanted to preserve traditional German and Western art styles. Anyway, he also exploited the Yellow Peril. This also occurred in the Russo-Japanese War of 1905. He took advantage of this and used it for propaganda. 5 years earlier as well, when the Boxer Rebellion happened in China, he delivered a Hun speech that on the 27th of July 1900. He basically compared his troops to that of Attila the Hun, except this time it'll be Westerners scaring Easterners, the Chinese, and who will fear the Germans. Moving on, he was close friends with Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary, and this guy was assassinated in 1914 in often what is described as the catalyst event for World War I. Franz and Wilhelm were close friends and had alliances via their countries, the Archduke being the heir to the Austria-Hungarian throne. This event would cause World War I. At the time, when Germany declared war and said that they would win the war, the Kaiser also had a cabinet room the same week, and they knew that from excessive spending on the German armed forces and science departments in Germany, they didn't have enough resources for the war, yet they fought for 4 more years anyway. Here is a diagram of the alliances during the war. Basically, World War I caused around 30 million deaths, military and civilian. Civilian casualties were extremely high for a war of such a small area of the world. But the main point of this presentation is discussing whether or not he was important and impactful for his time period. And he definitely was. He caused World War I to explode. He caused the Great Depression in Germany, and that impacts his legacy today. What was his impact today? Well, he caused the rise of the Nazis. Due to the Great Depression in Germany, people like Adolf Hitler rose. And out of that, World War II occurred. And there was the Holocaust. And then there was the development of the atomic bomb in World War II. And now we have nuclear warfare everywhere. And overall, he's not known for anything positive except war. So, he really wasn't a good guy at all. But that's Kaiser Wilhelm II, the last German emperor.